Oh, and
What
talking about
gears?
the run game
Yeah, what
specifically,
gears it in?
I don't think it's necessarily where we want it to be. I still think when it comes to rushing numbers, I still think we are pretty effective. I think maybe when we're looking at a specific unit, myself included, with O-line, I think we have a really high standard here, and we want more out of it. We want more out of ourselves. How can we demand more to make this thing go around and be better? So. Yeah, I got high standards. I always want more. I want us to get more. So, yeah, I don't think it's where we want it to be right now.
Getting Stanley back, how does that affect it?
Yeah, it's a big confidence boost for sure. Just having a guy up front that's played a whole ton of games, just that knowledge there that he can, you know, pass down to the line with him playing next to Gabe. Gabe's still a young player in this league, still going to continue to learn every single game. So I think having a guy like Stan next to him, it makes the whole line better. So, and just a great guy to have in the huddle. He brings a great energy, and I'm just really happy to have him back.
Chris Kolentowski was saying that Stan acts as kind of a calming influence out there because Chris can get kind of wound up sometimes. Have you noticed that too? And does it actually help?
Yeah, I was going to touch on that actually. It's I can myself. I definitely go through waves throughout a game. There's lots of highs and lows, and throughout the course of the game, I could definitely get in my head, and I can definitely get frustrated. And I really do appreciate Stan. I think he's one of my best friends on this team, and I just think when I'm in the huddle, when I see him, just from looking at him, he just brings my energy down and really just calms me down and get ready for the next play. And that's exactly what I need in moments like that because, yeah, there's going to be some tough times in the game, some tough sledding where I might get in my head a little bit, and having him there, he really does calm me down. So just having him in the huddle for that sake, yeah, it's going to be really important to have him there.
What do you notice from defenses when Zach is at quarterback um, instead of Chris? How do you notice them adjust?
Yeah, I obviously Strev brings a very unique skill set that most quarterbacks don't have. So I think when Strev's in the game, there might be an extra hat there because you do have to account for Strev, you do have to account for me, and you don't know where the ball's going to go. So I think, yeah, when we do have run looks, I think maybe it makes it a little bit more challenging. And I think when you have Zach in there, it's obviously, I think we saw against Edmonton here, he still has it in him to break through and score some rushing touchdowns, but that's not his strong suit, obviously, right? See, we know what Zach wants to do. We know he's going to push the ball downfield. So I think defenses have to respect that even more and maybe take a step back a little bit. So I think it changes the run game, maybe changes the structure of a box a little bit. So yeah, that's my thought on it.
Yep, makes sense. How much you itching for that first TD?
Yeah, whenever it comes, it'll come. Obviously, us skill position players, it's fun to score touchdowns, get in the end zone, celebrate with your teammates, all that good stuff. So I'm definitely waiting for it, for sure. At the end of the day, if we just keep winning games, I'll be happy. But hopefully this whole touchdown stretch doesn't go as long as they went last year. I think I went to week 13 or whatever. I think it was a long drought without a touchdown. So hopefully it doesn't go that long. But as long as we win games, I'll be happy.
And that first Sally went then is a little extra special. Then you got something special planned? Or?
Honestly, I just want all the boys in the end zone together, and let's just soak up that moment. And hopefully, once we get that first one, there can be many more.
Last thing, when you look at the standings, and given their 2 wins over you guys already, so the season series, what's at stake this week?
Yeah, we know we can't get that series over them, but I just think this one is extremely important. Every game is extremely important, but there's just something about this one. The fact that they got us good the 2 outings that we had against the Stamps. It wasn't like it was a close game. They got us pretty good. So there's just something about going into their house this weekend, and we got to put it on them. We got to play all 3 phases and get back to our identity and get this thing going. Yeah, thank you.
Paul asked you about the run game. What about overall offensively and team-wise? Where do you think you guys are after 7?
Yeah, I don't think we're where we want to be yet. We want to be an explosive offense. We want to finish in the red zone. We want to score touchdowns, and I think right now we're just not doing that. There's been flashes of it, but we need to finish. We need to start fast. When we get in the score zone, we need to finish with 6, and if we have to settle for 3, then so be it, but we want to score touchdowns, and I don't think we're doing that right now. So, and then just get back to our identity of, there's been flashes, too, of being a very physical football team, but for an entire 4 quarters, an entire 60 minutes, us moving guys, mauling guys, everyone running to the ball. Not just the guys up front. They're playing really good right now, but it's everyone, because everyone can feed off that energy, and it's really contagious. So there's lots to improve on. Obviously, we're winning football games. That was a big win last week for us, but there's still so much more that we can improve on, and sky's the limit. We have a high standard for ourselves.
Yeah, just to that point, it's kind of funny. This team's 4-3 coming off a win, and yet guys are saying our ceiling's still way up here, and we're not close to getting there yet.
I just think it's because of the standard that we set for ourselves and high expectations that this organization has for everyone in this locker room. You're here for a reason, and you need to live up to that standard. And even from a win, there's still so much that we can learn from. And you may think you played good football, but you're never going to play your best football. There's always new mistakes, always ways to improve and to correct on, to grow and get better. So we got high expectations for ourselves, and we got to continue to grow and continue to improve.
Thanks.